What up, what up, what up? Damn, it's been so long since I said that, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to a different Words with Wade podcast. I, of course, am your host, Wade Blogs, a.k.a. Mr. Quid Pro Quo, a.k.a. the...
Wait for it.
Didn't I say I wasn't going to do this? I'm doing the same shit. I just literally said I wasn't doing it. Wade Blogs. Joining me, everybody is via satellite now.
Right, exactly.
Welcome to the club, goddammit.
I know, right? Everybody's via satellite. We have Scan, as always.
Yeah, I'm here.
He talker.
Stop it! That's just gonna be your thing every damn time, isn't it? The Streetwalker. No, it's not. Nah, Scan. I'm here. You know.
You're not on the website.
Nah, not right now. Not yet. Hasn't got to that point. Not yet.
Don't do that.
Hey, listen. You ever see that meme that says the Hunger Games? It says you think you're gonna be the Hunger Games, when in reality you're gonna be walking the street. I'm telling you.
Oh man. And of course on G's here. So, Uncut Nation, it's been a while since we talked to y'all. The last episode I recorded, it was like a 10-minute episode letting y'all know what's going on. You're in the world today, so you know the coronavirus, COVID-19, all that stuff they call it, it's really crippled the world. We, as most places are, we're quarantined somewhat.
Not us essential workers. Thank you very much.
Yes, if you're not an essential worker, you're probably quarantined to your home for the duration of this corona.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the medical professionals. The grocery staff. The deliverers.
Word.
Whether it's UPS, FedEx, Amazon, Instacart, janitors, the sanitation,
Grubhub, Uber drivers.
Yeah, Uber drivers.
All y'all that are still moving and shaking at this point to make sure that shit keeps rolling. We appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
I call y'all my frontline soldiers, yo. Y'all are look. Y'all make a difference.
But you know what though? Maybe it'll show the appreciation for that, because now this is a scenario that nobody could predict was going to actually happen and realistically. And now those are the people that we kind of like rely on, but yet risking themselves at the same time. You know?
Truck drivers too. My bad. I didn't want to leave out the truck drivers. People working on the railroads, all of that.
Yeah, my baby sister, my youngest sister, she's a nurse at a hospital in Norfolk. So she tells me, like, I knew about the whole quarantine maybe a couple of days before. She told me she got one of those letters, and she was like, "Hey, this is what's going on, so it's coming soon." So
yeah, I got a couple of heads up as well, and like literally, I think around when they first, like when they closed the schools for 2 weeks, and I think that was like a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. You know, the days is kind of running together at this point.
Right, yeah.
But that Saturday morning, I was in the grocery store buying everything to be able to be in the house for 30 days without anything. And people was like, "Oh, you tripping?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. That shit coming." Like,
and what's the worst thing? You have extra supplies now if it wasn't the scenario? Like, that's not a bad thing. It's not like it really went to waste if that's the case.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. I was like, at some point, it's going to get used anyway.
Right, exactly.
Honestly,
now you're just ahead of the game. Right.
Doing this, well, let's back up a second, because a lot of y'all haven't heard the last episode. Like I said, it was a quick 10-minute episode, and I explained to everyone what's going on. But let's remind people why we're recording the podcast this way. For those who don't know, we record the podcast on the campus of a university. And because of this situation, all universities are closed.
Everybody's via satellite.
Right.
Yeah. So, and they're going to be closed for a while. probably until, I think the date we have now is what, June 10th? I think it's the date.
No, it's June 30th.
June 30th?
Well, the stay-at-home order for that I last saw was June 10th as far as stay at home. But schools, every school in the state that we're in is closed for the rest of the academic year, period.
Yeah.
So they possibly will not be going to school until September. There's talks of sending them to summer school and that being the makeup portion, and then school starting and them coming back around for the rest of their year. Or some people saying, well, technically we'll just quote unquote start school early and end school early, which in my opinion doesn't change anything. Like if y'all want to consider it summer school, then so be it. But the time that's been missed, like the 3-4 months, and y'all, they do that over the summer and then go right into their regular school week, school session for the now in September, then I don't see an issue with that. To me, I think that would help some of the school staff as well as the kids have a better transition to their next grade, their learning, so on and so forth. And I hate to say this, but it's the truth. Every parent is not taking the time with their kids during this period to try to keep them educated, keep them involved, keep them on a schedule, anything like that. And I'll point the finger at myself as well. I'm a little guilty from time to time. I relax I fall back from it because it's a little difficult because I'm still working from home. So during the time frame that I'm working, I have to have them engaged in something that can keep their attention without asking me questions, because I have to keep my attention on my job. So I can't have them doing certain schoolwork at that point in time, because when they have a question, they're going to come try to ask me, and I don't have the time to sit down and try to figure out, the answer or the best approach to help them. So that becomes an issue. So they get downtime, probably a little more than they would, in the structured school system.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, I have older kids, my oldest. And
lucky motherfucker.
Not really, because this is such a unknown situation. Like, we've never experienced this in the history of the world, I'm assuming. And like my daughters, they look at dad like dad knows everything. Dad's smart, so they ask me questions, but
classes
I don't have the answers for. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Dad, when is this going to be over? Hey, Dad, when can I go back to school? Hey, Dad, I'm like, I don't know.
Sit down. Just sit down.
Yeah.
Well, how about for me, I still have to go to work for 8 hours. And I have 2 kids who are not in school. Yes, one is 18 and the other one is 9, but the 18-year-old is still towards the end of her senior year. And she still has to maintain her actual grades as well. And why is this her responsibility to be over her brother to make sure he's doing his stuff as well? You know what I mean? So I'm running now into a place where, like Friday, like I really tried to manage from work, trying to get my son logged in to a website that the kids have to log on to every day, or your family name gets reported to a social worker.
Wow.
So imagine, and then I have help, but I don't have help. Like, I could take my son somewhere, but that person doesn't have Wi-Fi. His booklet is mainly connected to doing something that's an online program. You feel me? So it's like, so how do you manage that? Because we're considered as essential workers. Some of us are not getting additional pay for coming in to work. Now, I could not come to work, but I'm not going to get paid if I don't go to work.
And you know what the crazy thing is? As a homegirl of mine posted on a page that my quote unquote essential paycheck still looks like my regular paycheck. And
yeah,
I am of the opinion that at this particular time, the people who are genuinely essential personnel that for whatever reason their job cannot shut down, the same as you, Scan, like you literally have to get in your car and risk your life to go to your destination to do your job. There should be something.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's sad to say that we trading somebody's health for finance.
Right.
That's the fucked up part. But if you're gonna risk it, it's just like
give an incentive. Give me a reason for me to still step out this door every day. Because it's already enough that I got to battle with the thought process of me stepping out the door every day to go to a place that still has no option of opening of windows. And then on top of it, you see other people are going home and being able to work from home, but you're still there because you're part of management.
See, that's the crazy point.
See, this is the type of things that people don't get to really hear about. Those little stories about companies that really still don't really give a shit. Like, for real. Like, that's how I kind of feel about it. Because my company, I'm not going to lie, they did kind of roll out kind of late when it came to trying to get motherfuckers to start working from home. And, like, people were already at home working when we started,
It was the same thing with mine. It was literally the same.
So just to get back on top of that, that's what I find is the difficult part, is managing the kids when I still have to go to work, where before, at least they were in school at the time that I was working. And then when I got off, it was only an hour after they got home anyway. So you just deal with homework. Now I'm dealing with a full curricular, like a full layout of the adjustment. I'm not going to lie, has been difficult.
Well, see, my oldest is still taking college classes. Like, colleges are still going on. They're doing their classes online. What she was telling me was that they're not doing grades anymore. You don't get like an A, B, C, or D. You either pass or fail.
Right.
Like, they set it up to where, I guess, in circumstances, you're fine. You either pass or fail. Like, she has a paper she has to do that, and she's asking me questions about, and I'm like, you still doing classes? She was like, yeah, we're just doing everything online. And it's either pass or fail. You can get a 69, which for us was an F.
Yeah, that's an F.
If you get a 60, you passed. I was like, shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they've changing the standards.
It's wild because, and it's so broken up, which is going to do nothing but cause more confusion. I know a lot of college campus transition to online classes really quick. Like that quick response, it was just like, all right, look, you still in school. My area, the public schools, I feel they've done fairly well also. I have a coworker that let me know in their area, teachers ain't grading no more. Mm-hmm. It's like all of the curriculum that got sent out, and even still being sent out, like the day-to-day, video chats or video assignments or anything that they log into, the teachers no longer have to grade it. It's no longer a pass or fail.
Really?
It's just schoolwork that's being sent.
Are you sure? Because they're telling us their grade is passed.
But see, that's graded. But see, that's what I'm saying, Scan. Like, we in different cities.
That's true.
But even within city that I'm in, this is between the city and the county. Mm. Like, the county is doing something different than the city that I'm in. So the county is like, in this particular county, this is what we doing. In the city, it's what we doing. It's about to be so much
It sure is.
disconnection and different levels of learning that's really going to put the kids in a position, parents and teachers, where the aftermath is just going to be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah. A lot of this, the recovery, because it's going to be recovery. America's been through things before. We've been through things in our lifetime. Things are going to change. But the recovery time from this, like you said, the aftermath is going to be crazy. Just think about, like, your situation, Scan. Like, your daughter is set to graduate. But because of this, does she graduate next year? Do they have a special ceremony? How does this work?
Yeah. That's exactly.
Like, they missing
and
out
on top of that, I just feel bad for seniors, period, because it's kind of, they're like dropped off at the end and like, all right, it's on you.
It's on you. Whoa.
You know what I mean? Like off the whim. You know what I mean? They weren't prepared for that. And then for them to have to now be responsible really for themselves. And the reason why I say that is because there's parents like me who still have to go to work.
Right.
So, you know, and yes, I could do stuff after work, right? But at the same time, that's still 8 hours of the day, at least for my son. That aggravation is completely different when it comes to late afternoon trying to go through full curricular, activity and assignments compared to starting first thing in the morning and knocking that shit out the way. Why else did they start school in the morning?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, I'm doing okay. I just for the first time started wearing something to cover my face going outside because I don't like the odds and the numbers. Now, there are a lot of people who seem to be cured or have healed from having it. So that's a good thing. But shit's still a little scary out there. It's a little weird seeing people out there with masks and gloves and these barriers that they have now between you and the cashier and plastic wrapped around the counter. And, you go into Kroger, you got to stand in line and wait for a cart. Because they're going to literally ask you what cart you need, and then they give it to you because they're trying to avoid a full crowd of people coming in together at the same time. Walmart has now cut off the amount of people that can be in the store. Can't be no more than 50 people, including staff now.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot.
Well, see, me, I normally order groceries through a service that delivers groceries, but they always seem to mess up on some things on my order. So what normally happens is I always order groceries, and then I actually go to the grocery store and get the things they messed up on.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I had to do it. So like they always mess up on the pack of chicken. You know the little packs of chicken that come like 5 drumsticks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They always messed it up.
How you mess up the small pack?
They always mess it up. So I always have to end up going to the store and buying chicken. Like, there's no meat anywhere. Like, going to any of these grocery stores locally, the meat section is empty.
Nope. If you go to Piggly Wiggly where I live at, they got still 5 or 20 packs. Rack up in that section, homie. Man.
I'm going to the farmer's market over there. But I was
look, Scan telling you right. Like, because a lot of the places that people normally wouldn't go because
that's where they need to go.
Because they're not a certain level in the community. Like, they're not high profile. Oh, I don't trust they shit. Nah, them the people that still fucking stock.
Their shelves are still packed. They still have plenty of shit. It ain't weird about going into the store. You know what I mean? Like, it's still running regularly in there.
Yeah, there's a Piggly Wiggly.
Not a problem.
Here. I might have to go check them out. I know funny story. I went to a Kroger. I Googled like Kroger, like closest Kroger or whatever. And it was a neighborhood I'd never been to, mostly Caucasian Kroger. And they had everything. I was like, oh, is this what y'all doing? Is this what y'all doing?
Right.
Everything's
They chilling. They chilling. Look.
But they were packed like nothing happened. Like, people were wearing shorts and T-shirts, and this was last weekend. Like, it was a regular day. I was like, really? Y'all just not concerned? All right.
All right.
I don't want to feed into the conspiracies around it because there's 1,000 conspiracies, and I know I'm conspiracy theory Wade. But I also think that even if I don't believe in the whole thing, I got kids. So I'm going to do what I have to do to protect them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I would hate for my ignorance to get me sick and then I get them sick.
True. Agreed.
So I'm just going to do what I have to do to make sure they're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Couldn't said any better myself, sir.
A lot of that shit is bad. Yeah.
It's like I said, like I was telling y'all before we started. This morning I got up. What I'd like to do to keep my little sanity is I'll get up early in the morning. I'll drive to like Burger King or Dunkin' Donuts or something. Get me something. That's it. The streets are so deserted. It looks so empty out. And I live by a military base, and you know I guess they closed the base too. Like it looks so deserted out here. Like,
it does. I ain't gonna lie. I've never noticed how easy it was to go across HRBT for right now.
It is no traffic in the tunnel.
None. None.
Straight up.
None.
In the history.
This is the best time to fucking go anywhere across the water. Okay? Even if you're not supposed to. See, for listeners, I know if y'all ain't from here, let me tell you something. We got this tunnel that is always in fucking traffic for no freaking reason. To the point where it just makes people not want to go across the bridge. Like, you just going to stay on your side of the water. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. Don't try 6. Don't try 1. Don't try 11. Don't try 7. Don't try 1 o'clock in the morning. You're going to be in traffic one way or another. Now, end of days has come.
End of days.
Look, we're not going that far. God damn it.
Hey, we're almost there. Sometimes you just gotta jump out the window and get it over with.
You know what's funny for me personally, with this whole I guess this whole situation here, and it's supposed to last until whenever, like we said, at least June at least. Then y'all know me, I'm Muslim. I should have Ramadan coming. Like April, I have Ramadan. So this is going to be real interesting because I can't do anything. You know, normally I do things before Ramadan to prepare for Ramadan. Mm-hmm. I can't do those things now.
Uh-oh.
So, like, for 30 days, I have to be away. You've been with me in these shows before. Like, I'm away for 30 days. Like, I can't take care of myself, if you understand what I'm saying. Before, I can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say I almost risked it all last night. I am not going to lie. There's this girl in about 3 hours away. And was like, hey, you can come see me. And I was like,
log off the website, bro.
Man, I was like 3 hours away. I was like, yo, that's not that bad. I could do that. Like, I was making life decisions. I was like,
right.
I could do that.
She must have been worth it. 3 hour ride. He was like, oh no, I might have to take that ride.
I was like, I'm gonna have to push it on.
Look. It's been conversations that I had with the fellas. It's like, look, when you're a little younger, it's certain shit that you do and you look back on like, damn, I can't believe that. Wade, I got a level with you, bro. I can't see myself driving 3 hours for right now.
But see,
that's funny.
Like, so I was like, you gotta think, I have this period. See, I have this period then. Like, if I have Ramadan next. So the likelihood for me is not until June at earliest. So I'm like, I might have to risk it all just to make sure I'm right.
Look.
Stop, dude.
Look.
Stop.
You better get your links right, yo. You gotta get your links right. You gotta get you gotta set your links up, get your favorites in categories with that. So when you're trying to get to it, you can get to it.
Stupid. No, I can't do that. I don't do that either. I don't do that either.
It look like you spitting out juice.
Oh man.
I don't do that either, so I'm just sitting here struggling.
Look, bruh, look.
So I say all this.
Don't take this as any type of disrespect at all. Allah will understand.
Yo, you know what's funny? I was actually having a conversation with my daughter. I was like, well, there's talk of people actually canceling Ramadan this year. Like,
cancel Ramadan?
How can you cancel that?
There's articles online. People are talking about, hey, we're not going, because of everything that's going on, we're not going to do Ramadan. I'm like, You can't
Fuck
cancel
me.
a holiday.
It's a religious practice. How do you cancel Ramadan?
You can't cancel a holiday. Like, one of the only holidays they have in Islam. You can't cancel a holiday.
Yo, see? That lets you know who signed up for the faith and who really not about that life.
Right.
Straight up.
One thing I will
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. One thing I will say is because of this, we're getting a lot of, I want to say, creative outlets. Like the IG Live things that are starting to happen.
Right.
You know, I guess it started with, and the funny thing is that people have been doing this for a while. I know personally no DJs that have done this for a while, but I guess when DNice did it, it took it to somewhere else. Because DNice started with his club Quarantine, where he just, for at least 5 to 6 hours, he just played records. He DJ'd a set on Instagram, on IG Live. And like
and I'm mad I missed that joint. Like,
I was tuned in. Because, you know, you follow Elliot Wilson, he retweets everything. So I was like, well, let me go see what this is about.
Yeah, shout out to Elliot.
Me and Elliot have a quiet beef. Like, I'm beefing with him, but he not beefing with me.
That's not quiet. That's just silent.
Yeah. Like, I'm beefing with him, he don't know who I am, so.
Then it's just silent. It's just silent. What's that?
It's just you know, competition. That's all. He's my competition, but I'm not his. You know how that goes. I'm competing with you, but you don't know who I am. But anyway,
I think part of the definition of competition is it got to be two sides.
Right? I know.
I know. You know, I'm on limited bandwidth right now. I don't want to try to look it up. Might fuck up something.
No, Elliot knows me. He follows me on Twitter. We know each other. I guess.
I guess.
What else? The IG Live thing. Like I said, I went to the first thing, Club Quarantine. DNice did it. Yeah, I want to say over 100,000 people, and it was some celebrities. Oprah was there. Michelle Obama was there. People were really acting like this was a virtual club. They've been stories come out of that where people have actually hooked up. It was. I guess it was a welcome escape from what's going on. And when he did that, it led to Swiss and Tim started the Versus series, where they played record for record. Yeah. Record for record and a competition where everybody can tune in. And because of that, we've had more of these Versus series. We've had, I think, who else we had? We had, who else have we had? I'm trying not to get to yesterday's yet. Who else have we had?
You said
the Versus series. We had Swiss and Tim. We had yesterday there was Lil Jon and T-Pain.
I missed that. God damn it! I gotta find that. I missed that. That makes sense because I know Swiss and Timbo was really talking about because it originally was supposed to be Scott Storch and T-Pain,
right? And
they took T-Pain off the card and gave Scott Storch Manny Fresh. Lil Jon and T-Pain make more sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, Scott Storch and Manny Fresh. Then we had The Dream and Sean Garrett. Who was it? Neo and Jonte Austin?
Look, I think what really amazed a lot of people that tuned in for that battle was they didn't know that a lot of people didn't write those songs. That's the thing that I appreciate about what's going on right now more than the quote unquote the distraction from it is that the people who wrote and actually produced the song are getting their credit. They literally have the spotlight now. You know, they're normally in the background. Whoever is actually singing the song, rapping the song, has the forefront. Now it's just like on the back end, like, oh shit. So that joint that you attribute to Beyonce, Neo wrote. Right. Neo wrote the fuck out that. But y'all don't. But it's like certain people who fuck with Beyonce, like yo, Beyonce queen, this, that, and the third. Da, da, da. I don't like Neo, but Neo wrote for your favorite Beyonce song.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Well, and made the fucking beat for it. And made the beat for it.
Well, that's all. If you look at the Sean Garrett and Dream one, they played a bunch of Beyonce records. Well, each of them wrote.
Look, I'm not about to take the fuck the Beehive stance.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
But I'm just simply saying, and it's not just the Beehive. What's put in front of a lot of people is accepted. Like, fans follow blindly whoever did what. And now it's like, hey, a lot of your favorite artist songs, they didn't write.
Well, but see, the thing with that is, of course, with R&B, that's more accepted. I think it becomes the whole Drake situation when we talk about rappers. I think that's the tarnishment on Drake's career when you look at, his whole, and we're getting off on a tangent here like we always seem to do.
Like we always do. I was about to say, Drake put out Tootsie Slide. He about to be a TikTok hit.
Yeah, he's feeding into that crowd. But back to the whole Versus series, we forgot one, the Hit Boy and what's the guy, Bodia? I never pronounced his name right.
Neither do I.
Yeah, so I should have paid attention.
I'm about to say, and I fuck with music, and I can never get that nigga name right.
What I have noticed about these battles is that each battle seems to play a bunch of unreleased records. Like with the Dream battle, they played the unreleased Holy Grail with, instead of Justin Timberlake, it was Dream. With the battle, the battle was yesterday. The T-Pain and Lil Jon, they played an unreleased Usher and Lil Jon record yesterday.
Yeah.
And tonight, there was supposed to be the Teddy Riley and Babyface battle, but they postponed it
Yeah. They cooking up some shit. Who was the battle that released the unreleased Nas track?
That was the Swiss.
No. I ain't talking about the Swiss and Just Blaze joint. I ain't talking about that. It was another unreleased Nas track and somebody else. Oh fuck. I'm gonna have to look for it.
Okay.
But none of that surprises me, truthfully. I mean, at the end of the day, every single artist has songs or concepts or features that they started, and for whatever reason, it either did not get finished, something didn't get cleared, it wasn't the right feel for that particular project, etc. So to hear an unreleased song from a producer does not surprise me, especially with what's going on right now. When you want to pull the card and like, all right, look, I got a hit, but the hit never came to fruition because of the red tape. But boom, here you go. Now, and mark my words on this, Uncut Nation, y'all can quote me on this. What producers are doing with releasing unreleased music right now, or writers releasing unreleased music right now, the public is going to want. So there's going to be a demand for it.
1,000%.
Just like when goddamn Swiss played that unreleased X joint with everybody on it doing a Blaze battle. Everybody was losing their fucking minds. Like, look, we need this. When Swiss dropped his next project, everybody was expecting it to be on it. And they flat out, when it wasn't, they asked him, like, why didn't you put it on it? He was like, I didn't want that to overshadow the project. Right. Because that's what everybody would have grabbed the project for. When, in all honesty, I feel like everybody went looking for that project to find that song because the project was trash. Swiss, I said it. Come see me. Got a problem at _GLI. I fucking said it. That project was trash. It is what it is. But that, like, right now what's going on, you already seen how streaming had changed a lot of shit. So now streaming, along with any artists that have a studio in their house, they're still able to create content.
Yes.
So their streaming is about to go up because everybody is looking for music right now. Can't go to a concert. So if you got the equipment in your crib to put on a whole show, boom, you got a platform. If you just want to go live on your channel. Now the question is, to some people, how do you generate your revenue from that? Boom.
That's a good question. Well, I think that's one reason why Drake did the Tootsie song in that manner. I mean, he shot the video in his house. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still going to get music through all this. We're still going to persevere like we always do, but it's going to be an adjustment. And I think that's a great question. Like,
yeah,
it's easier now for artists to put music on whatever streaming platform and let it go out. But not everyone has that access. So exactly. I'm interested to see how we're gonna adjust, because if this thing lasts, knock on wood, God forbid this lasts until September, that's a major adjustment that we're gonna have to make. We just can't
for a lot of people. Yeah, for a lot of people, touring is their money maker.
Yes,
that's where they get the most money from, is touring.
Yes.
So now you can't tour. So the left-handed deals, the backhanded deals that you might have had with the label or whatever, it's just like, well, y'all gonna take this amount of sales. It don't fucking matter to me because I'm gonna recoup it from me touring.
Right.
Now you got to reevaluate that. Now you got to find another revenue stream. You got to figure out another way for you to make money. So a lot of the video, audio shit is about to boom. It's about to be crazy. Like, case in point, I don't know if he started the shit as a joke, but as of now, Tory Lanez has the whole quarantine radio shit.
Well, the funny thing about that, and I can get to that, because that's one of the things that's suggested during this time, Tory has become like a media person now.
Yep.
Now, I've seen other people, it's other podcasts that are doing quarantine radio, but no one has taken off like Tory's has. Like, and I don't know if it's because he has guests up there or just he's a silly person, you know, with the quarantine. Like, this whole thing is kind of comical, but it's really, I don't think without this quarantine, that would have took off. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't have. People
have to be on their phone. This is their only outlet to the world. I feel like there was a movie that did this. The exact scenario we're living, that was in a movie. I just can't think of what movie it was.
You're completely right. Like, if he did that in January, that shit it wouldn't have taken off.
No.
If he had did it, you know, anytime in 2019, that shit would not have taken off. If he would have did it in February of 2020, it wouldn't have taken off. But because the timing was correct.
Mm-hmm. Timing is one part of it.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people would already they have their perception of Tory anyway. Mm. So it's just like, either you rock with him or you don't. So now that this is going on, it's just like he's giving more of himself and more of his character. So people are tuning in more.
Right.
And some opinions have changed.
Yeah.
I feel like some people that was rocking with him, like, no, fuck it, that nigga corny. And then some people that thought the nigga was corny is like, you know what, this is really fucking dope. This is entertaining. Let me tune in.
Right.
Either way it fucking goes, the next chick tape gonna fucking blow.
Yeah. The question is, does he continue this after the quarantine? Because I think if you call this thing a tunnel, I think we're past the halfway point. I think we're about to come out of this. This is my opinion, me being optimistic or whatever. I think we're past the halfway point.
Shit, I think we're just getting to it.
Well, see, there was a report in New York today that today was the first day where the number of cases went down.
Mm.
So it's the first day that's happened. And
New York is crazy.
Exactly. And New Yorkers, they showed a picture of New Yorkers just, Friday or Thursday or Friday on the subway, and subway was still packed.
Look,
like,
when I tell
we gotta do what we gotta do.
When I tell you New York is crazy, I have a friend in the medical profession. She answered her calling. You know, they needed help. She went. She was up there for like 3 days and sent a video spazzing like, yo, y'all stay the fuck at home. I've never heard her cuss in my entire life. She like, yo, stay the fuck at home. This shit is fucking ridiculous.
Well, a lot of it is because a lot of people can't stay at home. Like, apartment complexes and mortgage companies still want their rent. You know what I mean? So you got to do what you got to do. If everybody, I know people have talked about where they're going to have it where you don't have to pay rent or we're going to get paid or whatever, but some people are not ignoring that. My complex I live in don't give a damn. They still want their rent money. So you still got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it depends. And again, this is where the inconsistency lies. Some people, well, some states and or cities, it's just like, all right, well, fuck it. I understand you can't pay. I'm not going to put you in dire straits. Look, I'm going to suspend it for this month. It was a landlord in New York who did it.
Yes.
It was just like, look, hey, y'all ain't, for this month, for the month of April, y'all ain't got to pay the rent. Y'all good. I eat that. And I genuinely feel like at this particular point, if you can do that to help somebody else, do that. Some people are just like greedy, like really, really greedy. It's like, no, fuck it. I still want my money. I'm going to put you out. But at the end of the day, you putting them out is going to do what for your financial stance? It's not nobody else that you can sell the place to right now. Nobody else is going to move in right now. So it's not like, all right, you getting rid of somebody who's not paying to bring in somebody who is. You just taking a loss either way.
People just need some humanity right now.
Exactly. There you go. That's the key thing. Like, everything in a business right now, like, people is people. People need some humanity right now. Just like you said, that's what's needed right now. It's not about which class you in at the moment. Some people just genuinely need help.
Yeah. I feel bad. Like, my father's 66 years old. You know what I mean? I just lost my grandmother a couple of months ago, but she was 95. You know what I mean? Those people, I feel bad for them. Like, when this first started, I went to Walmart before everything got really, really bad. And I would see older people walking around with masks and gloves, and like people just walking around and like, get away from me. And you know what I mean? Like,
right.
What's the point?
Yeah, like, shit. I had a scare with my grandfather, and like, he's stubborn as fuck. It is what it is. Like, he used to going to play his numbers. He used to doing his little 1-2 thing as far as going to the little local casino spot, spending a little time there. That's his day. Yeah. That's his day. Like, he literally, that's him going out being active. That's what he does. And then he comes home and he sits and he watches the TV for the rest of the day. So to take that from him is a lot. And he didn't want to sit down. And God bless him, like, you 85, but you got diabetes too. So when I got woke up out of bed, like, the ambulance coming to get him, like, my mind went all the way left. Yeah. And it was literally just a situation with his insulin. Like, his sugar level and all of that had dropped. But that in itself is just scary at this point. Like, normal circumstances at this point, it's just scary. Like, a regular sneeze is scary at this point. A regular, like, I have allergies. I'm allergic to pollen like a motherfucker. So a regular cough, me waking up with a sore throat in the morning, that's normal to me. That's scary to other people.
Yeah. Another way that we had to adjust, a lot of you know, listeners know, around the first week of April, I normally go to Bamadan. There's no Bamadan this year. Like, Bamadan had to be shut down because of all this. My cousin Bam, who's DJ, one of the biggest DJs in South Carolina, does a festival every year for his birthday. He invited all of us. We actually, the podcast team made plans to go there this year. But because of this, he had to cancel Bamadan. His birthday was yesterday. He hit me up yesterday. He was like, hey, man, Bamadan's over, so we'll do it whenever. And I'm like, Bamadan's over, man. Like, things change. Like, we've all had to adjust to the new normal as it was. Like, for me, getting up, and I'm fortunate enough where I can work from home for my real job. Like, I do IT, so I just log in my computer and I'm here.
Right.
Like Scan was saying, she's an essential worker. A lot of people, my baby sister's an essential worker. She's a nurse. Like, the new normal is getting up and going to this place, and like some of the stories my sisters told me, and I have other friends that are nurses, the things they're going through, I applaud them, man. Like, I know my temper and my temperament, I can do half things they're doing. And there've been viral videos of nurses. There's one nurse that was crying because she was assigned the corona floor, but she has like she has a history of where like her health wasn't that good. Like, she recovered from cancer, and like it's a lot of stuff going on. We see these viral stories of people
right
doing what they got to do because this is the new normal. This is something no one planned for, and we're all adjusting the best way we can.
I'm about to say, are we getting into the conspiracy theories this episode, or are we gonna hold off?
That might be a whole episode because there's 1,000 episodes.
Because I know you got some, and I damn sure got some.
Yeah.
What's the conspiracy theories? Oh, yeah. I got plenty. I got plenty for this shit.
I bet. So next episode, we conspiracy theory? We can
definitely.
We can break it down on what the agenda is, or what we think our private opinion is. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm so with it. I just had this conversation the other day.
Absolutely.
And we can talk about
how it. And Uncut Nation, if for any reason we cannot air the next episode, or the next episode never comes, you know the fuck why.
Because we've all said way too much.
We can talk about the whole 5G thing. We can talk about the plan to repopulate the Caucasian population. We can talk about, like, I got some conspiracies.
So that means we going into the shit they're not leaking from China because they're not reporting the right numbers. Mm-hmm. Going into the Trump administration, as far as that if can't nobody vote, he automatically is going to be
in office.
That one too.
So shit. Do we even want to touch? Do we even want to touch on the martial law shit, the curfews, the nationwide bans? Mm-hmm. Look, man, hey.
There's a couple we have to talk about because that's all. We're there. We're at that point. Like, hey, this might not be conspiracy no more. This is what's happening.
Right, it's happening now, right now.
Look,
I tell you, I watched that movie Outbreak the other day, and I saw that shit. I was like, see.
Look,
it's exactly what's happening right now. It's just not as severe in the hospital, but still the hospital is a mess. Nobody knows what this is. They don't have no fucking cure. People are just falling.
I'll tell you this. I've literally had a gun fetish since I was a kid. Like, the operation of them, shooting, marksmanship, all of that, since I was a kid. So I have a custom firearm that I've been working on since like the end of December, beginning of January. I went to talk to them about it this weekend. They told me their whole inventory is gone.
See?
The whole gun store, their inventory is gone. They had 1 9mm left in inventory. So that should let you know what type of situation is about to be. One of my homeboys that like loves firearms the same way as me, when we got to talking about this back in February, first thing I said to him, make sure your gun's clean and you stocked on ammo. And he said, you think it's really going to get that real? I said, yep. I said, because people who have not adequately prepared are going to do what's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so if you've adequately prepared, what makes you think somebody not going to try to run up in your shit?
I think the crazy thing about all this, and we're getting reports that the president or whatever knew about this back in November, but brushed it off like, oh, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Like,
oh, it was not even just him. It was getting brushed off even still in February. At the beginning of March, it was still getting brushed off.
Yeah, I've seen press conferences where he like, don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
no big deal.
It's gonna do this and it's gonna do. Yeah. No, I trust the people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I trust the people that are not gonna tell me a lie, that reach out because they are genuinely concerned about my well-being and my family's well-being, and vice versa. So, and then just also I pay the fuck attention.
Yeah.
Like, bottom line, most of the conversations that I had with people that was just like, that even had a tidbit of more information than I had, I was still on the same page with them. I was already there because I was paying attention.
Right.
It was funny that as soon as the schools closed for 2 weeks, look, that Saturday morning, I went and stocked up for 30 days minimum. Like we was talking about prior to. It was like, I went ahead and stocked up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everybody like, oh, you tripping. It's not about to be that bad. Okay, y'all keep being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to be that
I
bad.
didn't go crazy, but I made sure that I had what I needed. And that if I needed anything else, it'll be something small and minute and nothing crazy that I really got to go running all over the place for. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest. This really not a big adjustment to my normal lifestyle, except the people portion. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I order groceries anyway. You know what I'm saying? I get my laundry. I order. Like, I'm an automated person anyway. Y'all know me. I'm an introvert. I stay in the house all day. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, like me and you was joking, where like when you an introvert and they call in a quarantine and that's your regular day-to-day life. Like,
every day to me.
Yeah, like, I'm good in the house. I chill in that. Look, my main concern was to make sure that I was stocked up for my boys.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Like, I bought stuff for 30 days when in actuality, looking back at it, I went beyond 30 days just because of how shit gets stretched.
But see, for me, the fortunate thing is because it's just me and my daughter here. Like, I bought a bunch of stuff, but we're fine. Like, we don't eat a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I think we drink more than anything. But other than that, we're pretty good.
I drink more. I'm pretty sure Uncut Nation knows the libations. It's what it is.
Good, man.
We good on food. How much is the cabinet stock, though?
What's funny is I was watching the special and they were saying what Corona essentially, what it does is it crystallizes the mucus in your lungs, which makes it hard for you to breathe. People essentially, the reason why I saw that took me to the whole Dr. Sebi.
Exactly.
He had said mucus is the cause for disease.
You stop the mucus, you stop the disease. Right.
So I really started thinking, like, you got to get mucus out your body. Because if that's what Corona does, crystallizes the mucus in your lungs.
Yep. And
because of that, you can't breathe and you die. Then get the mucus. Dr. Sebi was right the entire time. The entire time.
In any personal research that I've done, I have not seen an area where he was incorrect. And shout out to Nick Cannon for continuing on. I love the fact that he picked up the baton for the marathon to keep that portion of it running. And that's genuine. Like, if you can eliminate certain effects that cause viral effects, diseases, why wouldn't you?
Right.
Like, case in point, I'll use myself for example. I decided to do something this year that I've never done, was participate in Lent. I'm not Catholic, but I decided to participate in Lent.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that certain aches in my body after a certain amount of time without any alcohol in my system, because that's what I gave up for Lent, was alcohol.
Okay.
So I noticed certain aches in my body just went away.
Uh-huh.
The mucus buildup in the morning when I would have to blow my nose and me having to spit and cough and all of that, that went away.
Mm-hmm.
All of that instantly went away. Soon as we got quarantined and I got bored. Look.
Same thing I go
I'm being as transparent, as candid, as honest with y'all as I can be. Like, I was without for a whole month. I was feeling good.
Right.
Chilling. Soon as dude was just like, all right, for real. You can't go out and do nothing. It was just like, shit.
Have you not noticed that tends to be the thing for everyone though? Because I even started drinking a little more than usually. And I'm not a big drinker. Like, I like wine, but I'm not a big drinker anymore. I'm a social drinker. Don't get me wrong. If I go out somewhere, I may have a beer or two, or if I know I'm going to be somewhere that I can stay the night, maybe I'll drink a little more, still don't like to get shit-faced. You know what I mean? But since this has started, I'm not going to lie. I have drank a lot more. And that doesn't help. My girlfriend just keeps a bottle because, she's already quarantined before me. See, I still go to work and then come home. And then she's ready for me when I get there. You know what I mean? I'm in the house all day. I'm coming to your crib now. We're going to kick it now. And I'd be like, okay, that's just what that is then. But, and that's not to put the blame anywhere because, you're really still over the control of yourself. But being stuck in the house, it does still affect, like, your psyche. Like, you still in the crib not doing nothing. You, got to find things to keep yourself busy, which I will say one of the things that I've tried to look at this in a positive manner is this to be the time that people should also really figure out what they like to do since they're home. I'm not saying that you're not still working when you're at home, but you have access to way more time that I feel like compared to when you're in the building working because people kind of need more on-site attention. And like for me, for instance, being an administrator, reporting, that's not really like a thing right now. I still got to do it, but that's not their focus right now because of everything else that's going on. So the time and need of stuff that needs to be done, it gives you a little bit more free time to do stuff. So I recommend that people just try to figure out what you like. If you used to like to write some more. Take some extra time to write. If you like to do music, then work on some music. If you like to paint, then paint. If you like to draw or make shit, then do that. I think this would be a good time for people to take like a better look at themselves and see what they're really into. If you don't know what you're into, then fucking take a course. Take a certification. Certifications are actually really cheap, and they are just as good as you having a college degree, believe it or not. A lot of places would like to see what certification you have before they even give you a job, based off you just having a degree that you haven't even done anything yet. You know what I mean?
That's key. I think for me, honestly, I think I've become more social. Like I'm more active on social media now. Like before, I lurk and like shit and I'm out. Mm-hmm. Now I'm actually talking to people because I don't talk to anybody. I've been in the house all day. It doesn't bother me. I think I play my games a little more, like a little Xbox, a little PlayStation. I watch more movies. I just bought I bought an Android box and it doesn't work. I tried to program, it doesn't work. Took forever to get here. I was so mad about that.
So what would you say? Would you say you're more productive or less productive?
I would say I'm more productive, but more productive with different things. Like if I focused on one thing, then I'll probably get that thing done immediately. But now I'm like, let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try this.
Right.
You have time to do things now.
Right.
So you try more things. Like honestly,
on gas. That's another thing. Save on gas.
Definitely.
You ain't driving nowhere.
Definitely save on gas. Like
you save on
honestly,
work
I filled my tank up before all this started. Let's say that was, I don't know, first week of March or so.
Yeah.
I haven't done it. I haven't filled it up since. I haven't put gas. But I drive like every couple of days. I drive.
Right.
You have to go start my car just so it won't stop because you know how cars get if you don't drive them for a while. They act up. I will say I probably shop online a little more. I got you, G. I do shop online a little more, which I got to cut myself out of that because I'm buying stuff I don't need. I'm definitely buying shit I don't need.
Because now you can't go to the store and buy shit.
Yeah.
If you do, it's more like grocery stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, some stores are still open that you can get a little more stuff, but not the stuff that you really want.
Yeah, but who goes to like right now? The only time I leave the house is if I'm going to shop is grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I really, like I said, I go to get some food early in the morning, but I come right back. I don't go out just to be out anymore. I will say I need a haircut. I definitely need a haircut, but
right. For a woman's part of that, I'm glad that my hair is
I think a lot of people,
and I ain't got to do shit with it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to go get my nails done because I have natural nails too. So I don't have to be concerned with that shit. I do my own damn eyebrows. I only get my eyebrows waxed maybe, once every 2-3 months. So about time this shit's done, it'll be time for me to go back, and I can deal with that. Other than that, I'm straight. I don't have to worry about that extra shit.
Yeah, I think that's really it. But my beard is finally growing in, right? Finally. So Scan stop joking on me. My beard's connected.
I ain't say nothing.
It's connected.
So is that a thing? The barbershops are closed too? Ain't no barbers open up?
Yeah, barbershops and salons, like, hair and nails and all, they're closed too. Like, I know a lot of barbers are coming to the houses and doing it.
Well, guys, this would be a time for you to teach yourself how to fix your own damn beard and shape up.
Yeah, I'm letting my beard grow, so I'm letting it grow.
I could always do my own beard. I'm good with, my own shape up in my beard and shit. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to fade. And anybody who knows what my hair looks like right now, if I fuck up my fade, it's Dr. Danya Comrade.
That's what he looks like.
The whole shit gotta go.
Yeah, if you do one wrong move.
My Sideshow Bob be popping.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That it is.
Look, we mentioned Dr. Sebi, and a couple of days ago, it was the 1 year anniversary of Nipsey's death, and with that, Nick released a trailer to his Dr. Sebi documentary.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really interested in seeing it. I'm like you said earlier, G, I'm really proud of Nick for picking up the time, continuing the marathon, as we said. But I really want to see the entire movie. I think right now, while everybody's at home, it's a good time to release. If you're going to, release it like a streaming platform, this is the perfect time to do that because we're all at home. We want you to watch. I can't say how many times I've watched stuff on TV just to watch it. This is a good time.
Because I'm wondering when he's actually going to release it, what platform he's going to release it on. Because at this point, it's not like you can go to a theater and watch it. So it has to be put on a streaming platform. But I'm wondering how many platforms is going to be accepting of that type of information.
The question I have, I feel like Nick does he have his own streaming platform? I'm not even sure.
I don't know him to have his own streaming platform, but I don't think it's out of his reach at all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'll be the first to admit, I'm not the biggest Nick Cannon fan.
Well,
I'm not.
Nick's my guy.
Plain period, bottom line.
Nick's my guy.
Nick's been my guy.
I'm not trying to play him. I'm not trying to play him at all. But I don't feel like me and Nick would be like the best of friends. It's not because of any situation like business, man. I just feel like, me and him, we into different shit. I might see him as corny or he might see me as corny. But I respect his intellect. I respect his business savvy, his how he conducts himself with a lot of shit. Like Nick has let a lot of shit go in the public eye, and a lot of people was just like, nah, you need to respond, you need to fire back. And his whole thing was, for what?
Right. For what? Some shit, you know what? Sometimes it's okay to just shut the fuck up.
Definitely.
It's okay. It's all right. It's not, you don't have to respond to everything.
I agree. You don't have to respond to everything. And I think that's where I had to learn a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because I respond to some shit. Some shit that he
do. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's me. Like some shit that I was just like, oh shit, Nick about to say something. And he ain't say nothing. I'm just like, huh.
My uncle taught me a long time ago, man. You don't have to be invited to.
You don't. It's a lot of shit that you don't have to respond to. And that's why I'm being as transparent as I am. Like, I don't know everything. I truly don't. Shit. Nick a billionaire. Some shit I would have responded to. That could have fucked up a whole revenue stream. Not even for me, for the kids or whatever.
Right.
So I say all that to say I respect him picking up the baton. I appreciate him picking up the baton for the marathon to continue.
Yeah.
And from what I saw from the trailer, I cannot fucking wait to see it. And to go back to what you were saying, Wade, as far as when I asked about what platform he's going to put it on, this would be the perfect time to put a platform out.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like he does, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's just me thinking forward. But I feel like he has his own platform.
Nick Cannon has a whole platform for a while now that he's introduced certain people in that now have a career or had a career that they were working on, and that was the spark that jump-started it. So I don't ever want y'all to feel like I'm playing down Nick or whatever.
Nick's my guy.
From time to time, it's just like
no, I mean
we gonna have a conversation. He gonna do something, or I'm gonna do something.
Listen, a lot of people don't get along for different reasons. He's been called corny or whatever, but hell, shit, I've been called corny, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So it don't bother me. He
gets busy though.
You know what I'm saying?
Get busy. Nick get fucking busy.
Yeah, and his he's on the sniper list. I've been told. Like his resume is impeccable. I've been told.
What? How did you hear something like that?
I hear things. Word on the curve.
Look, scan. You talking to conspiracy theory rates, and
so you're saying that's the case?
I mean,
so you heard that basically Nick be handling the business in the bedroom? Is that what you trying to tell me?
Companion.
Where did that go?
I don't know how that went. But I've heard his choice in companions are companion. But if we look at the resume, we look at Christina Milian. We look at
his selection. His selection of women.
Christina, Mariah,
Gotcha.
Amber. I mean, his resume is impeccable. And that's the ones we know about.
Shit, Nick is cute. Ain't nobody say he was ugly. He just can't really rap.
I'm a dude, so.
He can't really act either. Drumline was dope, but that's about it. I don't really remember any other movie he's done. But I love his Wildin' Out show. And I have to agree with G. I just feel like there's certain things that you would expect him to respond to. He doesn't. But I'm not mad at him for not responding to it either. Because I am one of those people who believe in sometimes you just don't need to say nothing. You know what I mean? Because we spend too much time explaining shit to people who don't really give a fuck anyway. They believe what they believe, and that's it. So no matter what you say to them, whether it's the truth or not, they've already made their mind up.
Exactly.
So I got to give him respect for that.
Exactly.
There are some people who can't do that. Like when we talked a couple episodes ago about how Nikki and freaking, what's his name, were going back and forth on fucking Twitter. Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Some shit should have been left unsaid. Y'all did not have to do that on the timeline. Even though we clearly know you guys did it for a reason, but still, it was stupid. That was the dumbest reason ever. Y'all could have done that a totally different way.
Very true. Let's see. because of all this, we talked about earlier, things being pushed back. It was recently announced that Marvel Studios, all of those comic book fans, they pushed all their movies back at least 6 months.
Yeah, because they can't record. They can't do nothing.
They can't produce. They can't
produce.
Like even Black Widow, which was done, was supposed to be released this month. They pushed that back into November. A lot of people, the movie, I think Onward, that movie, is released straight to Disney Plus. The movie Bloodshot. There's a couple of movies that came out in theaters, supposed to be in theaters, have started being released straight to streaming networks. Like, you can start to see this adjustment happening, and I think they're forecasting it to happen for a while. Because I don't think you make that move unless it's going to be done. It's going to be a while.
Right. I agree. I know that's why I said I don't think people really grasp the change that's really about to happen, or the things that's going to trickle from this. You know what I mean? They're only thinking about now and how we're going to be quarantined for a certain month. Okay, so think about how we're going to have to get back on track.
Yeah.
Like, all these people have to transition back into work. These are things that are not being bought, money that's not being spent. All that stuff is going to affect us somewhat down the line. That's just like, how did it just pull all this money out their ass and just gonna give to everybody?
Right.
You just pull this money out. I promise you, next year we're gonna be filing this shit on our damn taxes.
Yeah.
We're paying that money back one way or another. That money is going back.
I think 30 years from now, we're going to look back at 2020 as a line of demarcation. We're going to look at that. This is the year that everything changed.
Yep.
Like, when shit is fucked up, we were like, what happened in 2020? Remember that shit in 2020? That's wild. Like,
right.
Everything is changing right now, and we're living it.
Right. I definitely told one of my co-hosts for the other show, Sweet Talk, I was saying the same thing. I said, it's just crazy how this is going to be part of some type of history again. You know what I mean? Like, we never thought, and think about it, we always made jokes about how in Asia they were always walking around with masks and shit all the time, and they were already doing that before the virus even popped off. Yeah. Okay, and that was because of don't get me wrong, because of the air, and it's overpopulated, so, and all that driving and all this shit. So, that's another problem for the breathing. But now we're kind of doing the same thing for a different reason. But now the United States and other countries at that are having to completely stop everything and separate people. Like, it's bugged out to hear commercials. Commercials are based around social distancing.
Yeah. Listen, I was watching Investigation Discovery, and they had a whole PSA about social distancing. Like, it's really what our life has become now. This is becoming the new normal.
Yeah, like, this is a new thing to promote staying away from each other. And I get why, but that's why I said we need to do a conspiracy theory show.
We definitely will.
Because once I break down my thought about how this shit's rolling out and the concept of it, you'd be like, yo, that's a good fucking point. Like this, it just goes, it ties into everything. Can't anybody complain about not getting paid enough no more as teachers, right? Because now you're not going in the building to do no work. All the kids are at home with their parents. Can't complain about not getting paid enough no more.
Right. Everything is changed. Like, it's a couple of conspiracies that are out there that this is affecting directly. Like I said, the whole repopulation thing, how all of a sudden there's a shortage on condoms. How do you have a shortage on condoms?
Right. Well, maybe because they know people are in quarantine and they're doing a lot more fucking.
Yeah, but if you know that, then you make more of them. Why are you saying, hey, we were running out? So
no, because they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared that people were going to start fucking like rabbits. I don't know why they didn't think that. But then again, here's another thought. We all know that the planet's overpopulated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The planet Earth is not going to get better. Not if we completely did a 360 of how we live on a regular basis, which we know will not happen.
Right.
Right? You can't get everybody on the same page on the planet Earth. You just can't. let alone 10 people in a fucking group. You're telling people now to stay less than 10 people, and they still don't listen. They're still running around having barbecues and shit with 30, 40 fucking people in the yard. Okay? So that's a prime example. People don't like to follow directions. They want to do what they want to do. They don't give a fuck. So what way is there other than releasing something to get people to fucking pass? Like,
yeah,
and blame it on something else.
Like,
a friend of mine made a joke and said that 007, he fucked up. 007 fucked up this time. He's the one who got popped before he stopped the virus from being released.
But you know, it's funny. We laugh at that, but I really think this is not a virus. It's like a chemical war. What if this is like the start of chemical warfare, biological warfare? Like,
yeah. That's not unbelievable. Unfortunately, there's more than one way to start a war.
Exactly. I really thought about that.
Time, technology, science, chemistry. They think of any type of way to be able to do something and get away with it and have an explanation. Do you know what I mean? And still complete whatever agenda that they have. But once again, I'm not saying that this isn't serious and you shouldn't take it serious, because I'll be the first person to tell you, stay away from each other.
Yeah.
At this point, because in reality, it is what it is. It's still something that's coasting around, and people aren't sure how it's really even passing at this point, because people are catching it even if they're around people who don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So we don't have a cure. Now they're asking people to be test dummies. Who's going to really want to do that? Except the people who are already sick.
Yeah.
There's another conspiracy theory. What if they just make people sick on purpose just so they can test an antidote? I mean, at this point, this can go in so many different directions, and it's not unbelievable that that's not. I mean,
I think that's the crazy part. That none of this you say like nah, like no.
No. Because we as society have gotten smarter as well. Not everybody, but the majority. I can say at least the majority have gotten a little smarter about how the upper level operates when it comes to those type of things.
Right.
Parents are real funny now about vaccines. They're real particular about where they have what school the kids go to, what they learn. We started paying attention more to what's really happening around us.
Right.
It's not as easy to just get people to volunteer or another way to test something other than doing it like it's something that they didn't know was coming.
Yeah, that feeds into the whole 5G thing. Like, that's all these things, like you said before, we're not as, I don't want to say smart, we're not as accepting as we used to. Usually back then the government says something like, okay, well the government says something. That's like, nah, man, that don't make sense. I don't care what we think for ourselves now. We're capable of independent thought and we're exercising. I can tell you, I see people, my neighbors, last weekend, week before last, they had a cookout. I was just like, y'all look
crazy to me.
Y'all look crazy. What are y'all doing? It's like they had a cookout. You just press the button now?
I couldn't figure out how to get the damn chat up.
But I do want to say, Duncan Nation, thank y'all for working with us in this. I know everyone's going through something. We're all trying to make the best of the bad situation. And as often as I criticize us people for it, I think that's one of the strengths of Black people. We often are asked to make the best of a bad situation. So give us for the technical difficulties we had in the show. I hope that we got most of what we're saying. I get y'all back to y'all normal everyday show y'all love. I've gotten notes and messages from people saying they listen to every episode of the podcast. Because at one point I was going to just let this go until we get back to the studio.
Right.
Actually, I got an email from some people that were like, "Hey, what's going on with the podcast? What's this? What's this?" And I was like, "Well, if people are looking for it, then, let's go ahead and try to do something." So definitely let us know what y'all think about this. If y'all want to keep doing it, because I think this is a viable option. It's definitely a cheaper option.
Yeah, and for right now, you know what I mean? Like, due to the circumstances. I mean, this is just what it's going to have to be at this point. But yeah, definitely give some type of feedback and tell us what you guys think. Sound, so on, things of that nature. We're doing our best with the circumstances.
Definitely. We're trying to make it work, make it do what it do with what we got.
Right.
Making the best of the bad situations. I think what we will do. Let's go ahead and go with the song of the week. You want to go ahead and go with that?
Yes. So, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure how to pronounce this group's name. But the name of the song is Eyes Wide Open. The reason why I picked this song is because if you pay attention to the words, it's actually talking about how we as a society don't really learn from our mistakes or are really paying attention to the things that we know could change the world, change how we treat each other, change epidemics or pandemics that happen. So yeah, it's basically talking about we just walk that plank with our eyes wide open.
Yeah, I want to say it's Gotye, but I'm not Gotye. I don't know.
Yeah, see? I wasn't even going to try it. I wasn't going to try it.
All right, but here's the scan song of the week called Eyes Wide Open.
And that's Eyes Wide Open. I know it's, like I said, it's a little different than we usually listen to, but due to the circumstances, I felt like this was a good pick. And it's something different. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. It was a little different. I like it. It was cool. I like it. Nice little vibe.
A little different.
Nice little vibe. Normally, this is where G-Light comes on.
Don't know what happened.
Don't know what happened. What I can say, some things I know that been streaming, he's probably going to mention is The Weeknd dropped his album After Hours. He also dropped the deluxe edition that I'm still listening to. A lot of came out since we last did an episode. So we got The Weeknd, we got Jay Electronica and Jay-Z album finally dropped. Mm-hmm. I never pronounced her name right. Janaeko? Y'all know what I'm talking about. She dropped her album, Columbia. Jadakiss dropped his album, Ignatius. PJ Morton. A lot of music's come out. Meg dropped her Sugar release, because I heard it's not an album, it's just a project, so I can't call it an album. I don't know. But a lot of projects came out, a lot of music. I'm actually still listening to The Weeknd. I'm a huge Weeknd fan.
Mm-hmm. Is he depressed again?
Yes, it's great.
Okay. So that means his songs are going to be wonderful.
Great music. Gotta have to press.
Great music. Okay. That's not to say that I prefer him to be depressed, but when he makes music, I do prefer him to be depressed because I feel like he really puts a lot of heart into it then. But then when he doesn't have anything to be depressed about, his music's kind of boring.
That's what people are saying that about Janae's album. It's like, because she's happy and in love, her album is not that good right now. I've heard a lot of people say that online.
Yeah. Kind of boring.
Yeah, I haven't sat and listened to it yet, but I do have Janae's album. I'll check it out. I think the funny thing for me with music right now is that a lot of times I listen to music in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Music or listen to other podcasts in the car, but because I'm not in the car as much, I don't listen to as much. So I have to find a new way to listen to and consume music. But I'm trying to get deep here, but hey, I think that's I think that's everything. So there he goes. Here he is. G. So, G Live here. What do you have streaming for us this episode, G?
This is a little long. I'm gonna touch on key points.
Okay.
Let's see. Ayanya, I think that's how her name is pronounced. For Your Love. Kamiya, Got It Made. Has some things that y'all, I'm pretty sure most of Uncut Nation know is out. Like Janae Aiko, Meg Thee Stallion, Joel Santana, Jada Kiss. So, I think The Weeknd was after World Knows J Electronica finally dropped the fucking project. So, let's see. Childish Gambino.
Forgot about that.
Donald Glover presents. Let's see. Jonah.
Yeah.
Lucy Reyes. Before Love Came to Kill Us deluxe version. Jeezy 2020 Pyrex version. Jay Teaser. Tank. While You Wait. Slim Thugs. Thug Life. Frank Ocean, Dear April, and Kayeda, Conway the Machine, and The Alchemist, Lulu. I'm looking forward to listening
Yeah.
to that. Rodway, Pray for Love, Kayana Lady, Kiki. Yeah. Stogie T, The Empire of Sheep. Given, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Take Time. Gashi, Cabin Fever. The Meantime, In Between Time, that it's gotten released. I'm looking forward to hearing a lot.
It's funny. Scan was talking about earlier how commercials are like advertising that whole no contact thing. That's like a part of the advertising. Like I noticed that with so many commercials these days, everybody's like no contact, y'all, no contact.
Right. Yeah, it's all over the place. It's on the radio. When you ride down the interstate, it says something about no traffic, practice social distancing. I'm like, damn. Like, I got to see it everywhere now. I feel like I'm going to start seeing zombies walking on the interstate.
This is The Walking Dead. I'm telling y'all, this is The Walking Dead. I've been saying that ever since it started. This is the end game. We're in the end game now. It's happening. That's all it is. We make light of the situation, y'all, but honestly, everyone be safe. As I always said, I want to thank the creator for getting us to you and you to us. We don't know what's going to bring. I invite you all to check us out on social media. If you want to keep in contact with any of us on the show, of course, go to the Words with Wade on all platforms. WordsWithWade.com is still available. It's up there. You can check that out. Scan, you're still doing your pod during these times, correct?
Yes, we are. We just released this last Friday. And we're still rocking on Facebook and IG and Twitter, Three Sweet Talkers. It's the same thing. We did drop an episode, or we're going to be dropping an episode talking about, what's going on right now and, try to keep it really basic at this point. But the good thing about doing the podcast stuff, we have the ability to still keep recording.
Yeah. And now you have a new
workers.
All we're trying to do, y'all, is give y'all an outlet to escape for a while. I know a lot of this episode we talked really about what's going on with our lives and how we're coping with the virus, and we want to hear from you guys too. So feel free to hit us up on social media, hit me up, for the Wade blog. Hopefully next week we'll have a semblance of a normal show. We'll kind of get used to how this is. This has become the new normal. So, yeah, unfortunately, this probably gonna go on for a while. So work with us, and we'll work with you, and we'll keep giving y'all this content. There's going to be audio issues. There's going to be all types of issues. We're going to try to do our best to work through it and persevere like we are known to do. So anything else we get out of here, Sam?
No, other than pretty much the same thing. Just be safe. Take precautions. I'm not telling people to panic. Definitely don't live in fear either. I don't know if people don't realize that when the mind is under stress, so will the body. If the body's under stress, as they stated, you definitely don't want to be in a position where you're more capable of maybe catching this virus that's going around just because your body's under a lot of stress just because of the situation at hand. Just take your everyday precaution. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, make a face mask if that makes you feel more comfortable. Don't be around a bunch of people. And if you do want to spend time with someone or with people, make sure you keep them in very, very small circles. And just rinse and repeat. That's all we can really do right now. And I wish the best to everybody's family.
I hope everyone's family stays safe.
Mm-hmm.
Practice social distancing.
Yes.
That's the word we're doing.
Yeah, there's social distancing. Like I'm saying it so much, I can't even say distancing anymore.
Right. that word, that phrase was in our vocabulary last year, but now I think
my normal lifestyle.
Yeah, G, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Wash your hands. Stay woke. I need to say stay woke because I feel like it's a cliche.
The funny thing is when this first started happening, the first thing I could hear, I grew up with a bunch of older black men. So the first thing, anytime something would go wrong with my dad, it could be anything. His first response to anything is, what you do? You need to wash your ass. Anything. You need to wash your ass. That's wrong shit.
You need to wash your ass.
That's what I keep hearing in the whole thing. Like, when you got corona, you need to wash your ass. That's wrong shit. Like, everything is just that. So that's the funny part about it. Like, everything is just wash your ass. You need to wash your hands. You need to wash this. Be clean, everybody. Cleanliness is next to God. I sound just like my dad right now. But until next show, and we're going to try to do these on a regular basis again, try to get on some semblance of normalcy. I know I hit y'all with the whole unsaid thing, but considering this is like a special episode, I'm just going to say, in the words of Donnie Simpson, take care of yourself and each other. We'll catch y'all next show. All right?